I'm Sister Jane Behlmann, Sister of St. Joseph Carondelet, Director of the Carondelet Consolidated Archive.
I'm Catherine Lucy, and I'm the Assistant Archivist for the Carondelet Consolidated Archive.
We decided to consolidate all the congregation archives in one place. It really came out of the Acts of Chapter of 2013, which called us to oneness, to deepen communion and act in new ways as one congregation. So far, we've brought in, well, the congregation archives came in very early, over a year ago, and they're housed with the St. Louis archives separately, though. And then we renovated another space and brought in the Albany archives 2 weeks ago, and just last week we brought in the Los Angeles and Hawaii archives. We're calling it the Carondelet Consolidated Archive.
The challenges for me would be working with the materials, the items that we do need to physically move to one collection and reclassify and add to our database. So that is one challenge. Fortunately, we're not dealing with thousands of items. Collectively, between the different provinces book collection, it's maybe 1,000 or 1,300 items. So it's not too bad. But I was really impressed with the movers and how well they had everything organized and put on the shelves in the correct way. It's really helped us be able to just get into the files and see what's there and not have to worry about trying to organize them too much.
Each province will have an archive liaison to the Consolidated Archive, and they will be sending things, especially when sisters die. They'll gather those records. Once the death certificate is with the collection, they'll send those to St. Louis. They'll send records from province offices when it's time for those. We have a records retention schedule. So we work very closely together, and it's a good working relationship. Our purpose is to gather, preserve, make available the collective memory of the congregation. The archives should enable us to know who we are and from whom we descended.
Now that we are consolidated, we're going to be doing an inventory of audiovisual files and digital files, and we're going to be making sure that we preserve those properly for the future. So a lot of what my position is going to be handling electronic resources. So we want to make sure that if we digitize, say, an old VHS tape, that we're going to do it properly the first time, and then we're going to make sure that that digital file is copied and backed up, and if it ever needs to be migrated to a new system, we're going to take care of that too. So this isn't something where the audiovisual materials are just going to be in the cold room sitting there, and we don't know if they're going to work 50 years from now. So we're working to make sure that all of these items are going to be accessible for as long as possible.